Hey everyone, this is Ashley with Publish with Ashley, and I did a PowerPoint tricks and tips video last time that got a lot of good response, and so I thought maybe you guys want to see how to do covers in PowerPoint and do some more cover ideas. So I'm also going to go and make another video and show you how to kind of organize interior slides, but this slide's going to be on covers. And I wanted to show you a few things. So there's some really cool tips and tricks in this, and then some design and how to make things. So I'm hoping this won't be too long, but stick with me and there's going to be lots of really good stuff and info in this. Okay, so now I have opened up PowerPoint and I've saved it as something, but I want to show you what I'm doing. So I'm going to hit File, I'm going to hit Save As, and I'm going to save this. I saved it called Macro Template 6x9 100 pages. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. And what I want to do is normally it'll just save as a PowerPoint, but I'm going to actually save this as a PowerPoint macro enabled template. Okay, and we are sizing this for a 6x9 by 100 pages. All right, so you'll see why this is a cool thing. You don't have to do this. You can just save it as PowerPoint, but the templates are really, really cool. So I want to show you how to do that. So you can start off and do that. So I'm going to hit save. It's a PowerPoint enabled template right there, and it says this already exists. That's fine because I just called it that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to set our page slide. This is what it opens up as, and we need to get it to be the right size. So we're going to hit Design. We're going to go to Slide Size, and we're going to set the slide size. Now for a 6x9 100 pages, it's going to be 12.5 by 9.25. Okay. It doesn't matter, you can hit either one because it's a blank slide at this point in time. Now, so I've got, this is the right size for 6x9 100 page cover. This is the front and that would be the back side. What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to insert a shape, and I'm going to make the spine. Now for the cover, the spine width for a 100 page 6x9 is going to be, so I'm going to hit, see it says the size right there. It's actually 2.3. So it's 0.23 wide, so you can see. And then what you do is you can center this. You just look until it's center. The little lines should pop up telling you it's center. And then I'm going to hit save. Okay, so now that this template is saved and I've created this cool template, I'm going to also add in my grid lines. So if you're in design and you hit the right click button, you're going to get grid lines. I'm going to add a vertical line. You guys may have seen me do this a few times. I like to leave that line that automatically comes on my spine there. That kind of gives me the space for folding over the cover. You're going to have some actual space to fold over the cover that, that actually takes up cover space. Not a lot, but see, it's just a little bit from the spine. And that's good because that makes it, you're able to center your graphics a little bit better. And then I'm going to add another one, and I'm going to put that right on the other side there. And then I'm going to add another vertical line. Now this is 0.375. So from the edges, and you might want to know how I know these numbers. Let me show you something really quick. I have this cool little chart thing I've made, and I kind of make things a standard size. So see cover, I've got it's 2.48. See, I was doing 110 pages when I did this from memory. I knew there was something wrong with my things, but we'll fix that. 12.48 by 925, and then the spine is 0.23. And then these are your inside, outside margins. My outside margin is actually a 0.25. I think I said 0.375. See, that's why I always go back to this and check. It's also one of the reasons I make templates, so I don't have to think that hard about this. So let's go back, and I got to fix that. I'm going to do 0.25, and I'm going to, this inside margin, don't worry about that too much. When I do that fold over room against the spine, that kind of takes care of this portion, and then this 0.25. So let's go fix that. All right, so I'm going to fix this, and it's going to be, let me fix my slide size, right? Because I had done that wrong. So you go into design, slide size, right? I got to fix this to 0.48. Maximize, that's fine. Let's see. Let's make sure this is the same size. If I hit format background and this, I can see that there's a few ways to see it, but I like having the format background up a lot. So it's still at 0.23. So that's good. All right, so we needed this 0.25. This was 6.24 if you get it all the way to the edge. So it's going to be about 6. I know there's a teeny bit more it needs to be that way, but it's pretty close. I'm going to add another grid line over here. Same thing. About there we go. All right, so those are kind of my sides. These help when centering things, and it works. All right, so now I have this. I'm going to hit save, and I have this cool template I've created. Now I want to add the macros in to my template, so I'm going to go to, where is it? Is it in view? Yeah, it's in view. I'm going to hit macros, and I'm going to name this PDF, and I'll attach all this. I'm going to put this in my, definitely it's in my Facebook group, the macro and this, but I will give you some information. I'll either put it in the YouTube notes or something so you can get this with kind of my sizey things, and then you can get this macro. So what's really important with a macro is you always want to put it in something like Notepad, because otherwise what do I want to say? Word or all those programs, they all have like HTML behind them, and sometimes that messes up code. So if you stick it in something like Notepad, you don't have to worry something that's just a dot text. So I always keep code that I'm going to use and copy and paste in places in something like Notepad. So I'm going to hit Control C. So this is the start of the program. All a macros is basically code. It tells the computer how to run a function, run something. And so this is like the start, and this is the end of a subroutine. So you're going to hit Control C, and you're going to get what's in the middle there. And you're going to go back here. We named it PDF. Now we're going to hit Create. And see, now it had the beginning of sub PDF and the end. So that middle is what we're just pasting in. Now I'm going to hit Save. And I'm going to hit Close. And so I'll have this macro. So if I hit this macros, I can see that in here it has a thing called PDF. All right, so I'm gonna hit save again. All right, now I want to show you what you can do with these macros. So I'm gonna close this, and I'm going to open a new PowerPoint. So open, and then what I want to open is I've actually saved this in, oh sorry, I'm gonna hit new, not open. And I'm going to open it. It's in personal. That's where it opens. It saves these things. It can save it lots of places, but it saved it there. And I'm going to do the macro template 6x900 pages. That's what I just created. Now, I already have this set. So every time I want to do a 100-page book with a cover, I have this. You can hit create. I know this sounds like extra steps, but if you just make a few of these, you just open them up and you're good to go. It's really, really easy. You want to hit enable content because you want to make sure you can run your macro. All right, so now that we've done this, you've got this set up, what you're going to do is we're going to create something fun. And you can delete this spine later. I always like to put it in so I know where things are, and I may delete it at the end, but I like to have it there so that I can do stuff. Now, I thought we'd do a fun Halloween. I want to show you something kind of fun to make. So I downloaded these fun papers, and I kind of like to do this sometimes. I'm going to hit Control C, and back to my Control V. I'm just going to drop it in. And I'm going to, let's see, how do I want to do it? Let's see if we can go all the way across with it. That looks kind of funny. So hit undo. I'm just going to crop it. And this is why sometimes I like to decide if I'm going to leave the spine. So I'm going to hit crop, then I'm going to hit Control C again, and I'm going to hit Control V. I'm going to put that. Okay. Oh, now it's giving me design ideas. Anyway, I'm going to send this all the way to the back. I'm going to send this one to the back. And now this spine, see, it's kind of nice to have that spine there because it covers where they don't necessarily match since this isn't a seamless pattern. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to fill it with, let's just try black. I got to make sure I do the outline in black as well. Okay, so yeah, that'll look good as a spine. Now, a lot of times if you have like this busy cover, what I will do is I will actually insert, this is a little bit, I guess, more complex of a design, but it's kind of fun to do if you have something kind of busy and you want to, I know I'm going to want to use a fun graphic. So I'm going to insert a shape here. I'm going to make this black and shape fill, shape outline black. A lot of times I will actually take off my shape outline in case I decide to change this color, and then I don't have to change both the fill and the outline. And I'm going to center this. So how do I get something perfectly center? This is why I made all these lovely lines here. So I'm going to insert another shape. This is one of the things I love about PowerPoint too. So I'm going to open it, see right along that one edge line where that fold is, and then to this. And then I'm going to send this backward. And now I'm going to hold down Shift and click the other one. So now I've got both. And I'm going to hit Align. I'm going to align these center. There we go. It's perfectly centered. Now I'm just going to delete this blue one. So I have this nice centered piece here. So that's really fun. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I thought these were really cute. And I'm going to get this little, let's see, her or her. Oh, she's really cute. Control C. You know, this might be a Halloween book for a kid or adult. Look how cute she is. See, and if I just put her on here, she might be fun. But I'm going to make her on this black outline. I'm going to have to fix it a little. This needs to be wider. I'm going to probably have to recenter it. Sometimes I don't center till the end because I like to fiddle with stuff. And I'm going to make her a little bigger. I'm going to tilt her a little too. She's really cute. All right. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to leave her. I'm going to have to recenter this, I think. It's pretty close, but I know it's not right. But I think I'll recenter it after I fiddle with some more stuff. So insert. I'm going to do a text box here. I downloaded a fun font called Trick or Treat. Let's see if I can find it. T. Well, let me type it in trick since I know it's actually. Oh, I forgot. I downloaded it. If you download a new font, you've got to actually close out and then open it again. So let's just find any font that I think would look fun. Let's see. Let's do this one. This one's bold and fun. Halloween coloring book. I know you can't see that. I've got to change the font. So the font, let's change it to, where's my font color? There we are. White. Oops, I got to clip the whole box. See, it'll do it. There we go. Halloween coloring book. Now let's make it bigger. And I'm going to center it. And then we're going to maybe, let's do insert another box right here. And put 4. Can't see it. Here, I'll start it as white so you guys can see it. 4 kids. I'm going to again center it. Move it about there. And let's do the AR Christie again, and we'll make it a little bigger, but not as big as that. So look, you've got this fun little cat ghost thing, Halloween coloring book for kids. Kids love bright colors. You could even fiddle with this. Maybe you want to, something fun to do. You go fill, and then you can go eyedropper. Maybe you want it like that orange color. Ooh, that's pretty bright. Maybe a little darker. If you want to like maybe make it a little darker, so let's fiddle with the color again. Let's do more fill colors, what you can get in here and kind of darken it. Maybe a little darker. Oh, it's better. I don't know. Just you fiddle with it and do it till it's right. Maybe I do it green or something like that. But that's one of the reasons I take off the outside edge colors, the outlines, because then if I can fiddle with this color, I don't have to change that too. All right, so there we have a really cute little cover, and it didn't take me too long. And now I'm going to show you something. So what I usually do is I make like several covers. So I will, let's just say I'm going to hit Control C on this. I'm over here. Hit Control C and then Control V. And let's say I, change out these people, or, um, I add a different character. Let's do this one. Control C, Control V. Ooh, he's cute. And maybe this one I want to make, let's see, let's try and make this one. Kind of looks cute orange. Maybe I'll make him green. Let's try it. Fill. Let's do eyedropper. Let's use this, the bright green. That's kind of fun. So maybe, I make a few, okay? And then I could also change out these patterns for maybe one of these other ones. I don't think I would use green with that one. But, you could pick a different pattern. Let's try this one. Control C. And go over here. Okay. Hit crop. That's the middle. Hit crop again. Control, and I forget all the time. I just learned this. You can hit Control D and it just duplicates it. That way you don't have to hit Control C, Control V. And let's stick that on there. And then we're going to send it all the way to the back. And then I'm going to delete this one. And we have that. Oh, that kind of looks fun with the green. I might change this green to be a brighter green then. So, with fill, eyedropper, let's make it that bright green. There we go. Ooh, that's really bright. Anyway, you can fiddle with it and see what you like. Maybe that's too bright. I kind of like the other green better. Okay, that's better. But you can make, so say you make a few of these. That way, this is fun because I just changed out the background pattern. And why I like this, doing like a busy pattern and then a solid color like this, is then you can have this fun, busy pattern, but you also don't, um, your fun character doesn't get lost in the background. This gives a lot of fun things. Now, what you can also do is you can also click on the little guy. Oops. I'm going to go back to design. I always forget design, format background, and then you have to click on the guy. And you're going to hit shadow, presets, And then I can give them a little shadow. So let's give her a little shadow. You can do any of the shadows. I just kind of always pick the same one. You can also do that with your little bands. That kind of makes it pop off the page a little better and pulls it away from the busy pattern. Gives it a little bit of distance. On the darker ones, you can't see it as much, but it still kind of makes a little bit of a difference. All right, you can also do that. Add a shadow a few ways. You can add it from here to your words. The other way to do it is from the home page. You have this shadow, text shadow button too. Either will work. Sometimes it depends. I might try both. Sometimes adding extra shadow, it really depends what you're doing. I kind of fiddle with it. And I got to remember on this sun to add it as well. Okay, there we go. All right, so these are good. So let's say now I have 2 really cute covers. Let's say I made like 5 different really cute covers. What you have to do normally is hit 5. Sorry, I cut out for a sec because my kids came down like a herd of elephants. So I've got to save this. I actually did that while they were there, but you want to save it as just a PDF. So, or not as a PDF, just as PowerPoint so you have it. So I'm going to hit save. And then I named it, let me show you, file. Let me hit save as again, just so you can see it. Save as a PowerPoint enabled presentation. So before we were creating a template, this time we're just creating a macro enabled presentation. Now I'll show you why you need that. So you're gonna hit save. All right, now we have these great uh, slides that we're gonna have as covers, but they're gonna need to be a PDF to be able to upload them. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna hit save as, and you would hit PDF. Now, the thing is, you have to hit more options right here, and you have to options, current slide, okay, and then you have to go down to tools, general, oops, sorry, wrong one, tools, save options, advanced, 330, and then hit save and name it like, I name it like what slide it is. Slide 1, right? Okay. The reason you have to hit that current slide and do all this is because you can't save the whole thing as a PDF, right? You just have one cover. So you would hit save. And then you would have to do the next one. Well, that's all well and good, but let's say you have 6 or 7 slides. It's not hard. You can save each individual one as a PDF. That's great. But I like to save, I don't like to do things, I know how to write code, so I don't like to do things that I can have code do for me. So that's that whole point about that macros enabled. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back to, it's under view, right? The macros, right? That we created. So we're going to actually click it and hit run. And it's going to think and it's going to save them. So right there, I just hit run and it saved each slide as an individual PDF. So let's go look at that. All right, so here it is that I opened it up and there's the coloring book, the PDF, and a PDF, sorry, that's the PowerPoint slide. And these are the slides. So I ran that macro program and it hit slide 1, slide 2. You can open it up and look if you like. And there's the first little kitty. And there you are. So here's the second one. So you could individually save these or you could use the little macros. But I hope that this was helpful to show you how to make fun covers that are quick and really this is really bright and colorful and fun. So you could definitely do something like this and create like 5 or 6 of them pretty quick with fun characters and fun backgrounds. And then all you have to do is kind of change them out. And then you can just use your macros to save each one as a PDF. I like to make using this macros, and actually I don't put more than 20 covers, so I'll make 20 slides at the most. And the only reason I only do 20 is because it tends to bog my computer down with all the heavy graphics. If you have like a supercomputer or something, or if you have, you can do more, or if you have maybe not the best computer, maybe do it in books of 5 or 10 or something like that, so that you don't bog down your computer with all the graphics. It just kind of depends what you have. All right. Well, I hope this was helpful and fun for you. Um, Remember, you don't have to use the macros. You can just save each one, save as, and then save each as a PDF individually. You have to hit that more options, and then go down to options again, and then hit current slide. And then make sure that it's at the 300 in the tools. So there's kind of a lot of steps with all that. That's why I like the PowerPoint code that does that. All right. Well, I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope that you get a lot of value out of this. Please like, subscribe to my channel, tell your friends, and oh, don't forget to go check out my Facebook group. All that information will be in the links. Thanks so much.